game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. First and 10. Their own 22-yard line. Wait, that 380.
50, line 50. That QB's trash. Let's go.
No, 66.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on right and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They do go for it. It's Brady, and it is incomplete. The former first-round pick, Kareem Jackson, there defensively.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way.
Here we go. 390.
Watch one.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check. 12.
On 2nd and 9. Luck. And got his man. Touchdown, Houston. Tyreek Hill. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to... Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Brady, he's got his big tight end, Fant. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Brady's throw there complete. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Ryan Grant, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, Charlie. So nice number one. Pick me up.
Love. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Switch. 49, check 49. General West. Motion. Hey, check.
3rd and long. It's locked. Completes it to Jennings. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Call. Here we go. Run the mic. Watch one. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. 12.
They are going for it. It's locked. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Brady. This is the tight end Fant. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. These two teams all tied after one. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. It's complete to Grant. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Brady now to throw. And he's going to go down. He sack back at the 24. Credit that sack to Jabal Sheard.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Brady going to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Working from the gun, it's Brady. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Second reload. Hey, back up. Alpha.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Phillip Lindsay, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. McKinnon. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd down, McKinnon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Throwing on 3rd down, Love. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Trey Burton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Elliott good on the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Brady. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
From midfield, here's Brady. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Brady. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tom Brady, his third touchdown pass of this first half, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40.
I'm coming after you. Hey, alert 3. SOS.
And some room to work. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Jennings was the one he was looking for.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain. But that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, Delta.
On first down, it's locked. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. 11 B. Hey, exit. Here we go. One's the mic. Watch one. Watch QB drop.
Now it's locked. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Alert 3. Let's go, Mexico.
This is Jennings. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down. A line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Gary Jennings, as the first half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Elliott good with a PAT. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Get him! Get him! Get him!
This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before half for Brady. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. So that one will be accepted. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Check 31, check 31. Wide, get wide. Check, Lucky, 6'6", bullet high.
Running right, this is Ingram. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
That's it, baby.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Tight dog. Come on. Hey, check.
Now Luck. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
Go. Check 43. Check. Showing it. Go ahead. Whip.
They're going to go. It's Luck. And he's going to go down again. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
Wait, 53. It's out of time.
Brady now on 1st down. He's going to let it go deep for the end. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady as they have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And, Charles, this is one of those inexcusable special teams penalties, an out-of-bounds kickoff.
Pressure. Sometimes errors occur because of situations.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They were looking Jennings' way again, but it's going to be 2nd down.
11
On 2nd and 12, Luck. This one complete to Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Luck now hitting on 2/3 of his passes. 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
12. Hey, orbit. Mike 1. You.
On 2nd down and 4. Luck. He's got Burton here. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 14. Luck now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
So Mike's number one. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe, defense. Watch the shooter.
They'll run on first down. It's Ingram. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
11 feet. Hey, Haywood.
Throwing on 2nd down. Luck. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. That's going to be a loss of 15 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Check.
Here's Luck. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Brady. He'll dump this one off to Lindsey. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here we go on 4th down now with Brady. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Wait, 20. 57. Here we go, G. Hey, 66. That's just me and you. Hey, both 66.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A first run for the backup, Abdullah. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 16-yard line.
Here's Lott. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. They toss to Ingram. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10 at the 9-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our...
It got his man complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Throwing his lock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19.
Check 13. Check 13. Recon, 132 fighter. Take it. Quo. Hey, Charlie.
Out of the gun. Lock. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Justin Houston make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Lock. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time it yields a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points, that means this is now a 2-score game.
Yeah, and that's tough to deal with, isn't it? This little time left. Those 2 points doesn't seem like a lot, but it means everything now. Those are going to be the ones we're going to look back on. Those 2 points right there, the play of the game.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Shotgun now for Brady. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down. Luck, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. 3rd and long, it's Luck. And the pressure gets to him again. That sack by the DN, Danico Autry. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, Echo.
They snap it to Lott. Khalil Mack. And how about this for a setup? The ball will go over on downs at the 1-yard line. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Brady going to throw here, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Damiere Byrd